I still remember the one and only time I encountered Kyurem. I threw an Ultra Ball at it, and it was caught, and that was the fight.
It's something I notice a lot about newer games, or at least, like, XY, like, they had that weird Wi-Fi thing where you could, like, get boosted catch rates or whatever.
Did
Yeah, it was... God, what was that thing called? Anyway, like, I got a boosted catch rate thing and threw a quick ball at Yveltal, and it worked.
There we go.
Just, like, by itself, it was the weirdest thing. I mean, Yveltal doesn't actually have... Are you serious? I'm not... I don't need little tiny dog right now. I just, you know... Okay, you are Flare Brass, Fire Dancer, Mick, Spinny Burn. Flavor Town.
I wish Team Flare was just Team Flare.
Yeah.
Lysander's got a cool theme, but, like, honestly, he drags down the team.
He kinda does, because that whole fashion police shtick was, like, actually pretty interesting for a team dynamic. It's like, you know, hey, we're Team Rocket, we're the Mafia, we take over everything, and, you know, you pay your protection money, kid. And it's like, okay, that's pretty cool. And then you get Team Aqua and Magma, we're gonna, like, we're gonna completely demolish the land/sea, depending on which flavor of eco-terrorism you like. Okay, cool, that's pretty neat. And then Team Galactic, we're going to remake the world in our image. We're going to destroy the world. And then Team Plasma is like, hey, we're Pokemon PETA. Hey, PETA's in the game now. It's canon. Also, we're going to actually take over the world, and we're surprisingly competent at it.
Well...
Comparatively.
Comparatively, they are.
Yeah.
Team Plasma was literally just made to take a fall.
I mean, yeah, but they still got the castle around the Pokemon League without anyone noticing.
Yeah, I think their elites were actually, like, meant to be there to further their plans, and then the grunts are literally there for N to show up and stop them.
Pretty much, like, yeah, but, like, comparatively in terms of what each team actually got to accomplish.
Oh, yeah.
I think Rocket is probably at the top because they were well established as Pokemon Mafia well before Red started doing Pokemon stuff. They just, like, kind of existed, and they had Saffron City and the Silph Co building before you got your starter. Like, they were pretty accomplished. Right after that would probably be Team Plasma because they built that castle without anyone realizing it.
Under the Elite Four.
Under the Elite Four. So it's like we get this shonen escalation. So what do we get with XY? Hey, we're the fashion police. Just kidding. We're going to take over the world. Edgy, dark edge.
To be fair, I still think that was only Lysander that was going to take over the world and kill everybody.
Pretty much. I think so. I'd have to replay XY, but the problem with that is then I would be playing Pokemon XY.
Yeah.
If there was some mystical, magical third version of the game that ever existed, that, you know, would have fixed a lot of the problems I had with it, then, you know, that would have been pretty swell, but yearly release has to yearly release. But, like, yeah, we got that. And then what did we get after that? We got Team Skull. Sup. Like, literal just Street Gang that, like, yeah, they steal Pokemon, I guess, but they're a Street Gang, and their introduction, no one takes them seriously, and I thought that was, like, super neat that we finally got a de-escalation to team.
Yeah, and then instead the villains were just Cypher from the GameCube games, essentially.
Pretty much.
I don't know. I never finished Sun or Moon. I just lost interest, honestly.
It's not a bad game, just has a really, really slow start.
Yeah, I think it got, like, a pretty far in, though. I want to say it was after the first Ultra Beast fight.
The Ultra Beasts were really cool conceptually, though.
Yeah.
Like, the Ultra Beasts... Like, Pokemon does this really cool thing to test the waters for how cool something could be, and then they abandon it because, like, they see, like, one negative comment on Reddit or on Twitter or on game FAQs and decide, oh, everyone ever hates this, let's never do it again. Instead of analyzing critically how good something is.
You know what I wish we got?
A video game not made by a marketing team?
Fuck. Yeah, so, like, jeez, hold on.
Anyway, I'm gonna send this plant out to go murder... What was it? Oh, okay. I thought it was a fish for some reason. This thing may as well be a fish. It's like a fish and Pikachu made a Mickey Mouse plushie, and that's what I'm fighting.
Is this Peekaboo?
It was.
Once. And it was glorious.
And then Peekaboo was a Poke God.
I wish, so like, I wish they stuck with their formula of just like, main version, remake, third version.
Yeah.
They had, but like, the remakes, like, branch out to some side games.
Yeah.
Like, I would not mind seeing a release of just, like, Pokemon Pinball again. Even. I know that they finally did a new Snap.
Yeah. And, like, everyone on Twitch played it for, like, a couple weeks, and then, like, people forgot it existed. I still want to get it, though, weirdly enough. I never played the original, though.
Like, remaster the original Mystery Dungeons.
They remastered, Rescue Team.
Did they?
Yeah.
When?
God, like a year or two ago?
What?
Yeah. It's in this, neat storybook art style that was kind of polarizing, but the games themselves were fine, I think. Some people that I roll with liked it, some did not, but I didn't play it myself because it's like I didn't have the $60 at the time or however much it cost.
Yeah, fair.
Like, as of this, like I just finished streaming Crystal Project. Crystal Project especially taught me about like taking a chance on indie games being a lot more worthwhile than rolling the dice on something that is probably made by a marketing team and therefore just like super safe for a ridiculous amount of money. Like, call me jaded, but like, I don't know, I saw a tech demo for the next generation of Unreal Engine. Oh, this looks way different in this.
Yeah, it looks really nice.
Yeah, it looks a lot more muted instead of like super mega bright. Tentacles should be fast enough to outrun a Zubat, yeah. But like, I was watching this demo for the new graphics engine that Unreal was like working on or whatever, and it looks super hyper realistic. It looks gorgeous, the lighting's really good, but the only thing that was running through my head is, gee, I can't wait for the like 7-hour game that this is going to be a part of that costs $80 and have no substance. And it's like, yeah, this ain't for me. Like, obviously graphics are going to evolve, but like people are talking, like the PS5 has been out, what, a couple years now?
Oh, has it already?
I think like at least a year. So
Definitely
like
at least a year. November 2020?
yeah, so like a year and a half. So yeah, like a year and a half this console's been out. People still can't get one, and we're already trying to look at the next generation of graphics. Like, I don't have that kind of money to spend on a game that's made by a group of shareholders and thus super hollow and bland and is here to win awards. I can't wait for The Last of Us 3 to win 2 years of Game of the Year in a row because it's made on Unreal 16 or whatever and costs $80. Hey, give me something cool, Cosmo.
Oh, you know what game you'd probably like? Fairy Fencer F, Advent Dark Force.
Link that to me over Discord at some point.
Okay, it's a cool it's a tactical turn-based RPG. Is that like a full tactics RPG? But it's turn-based, but there's also like positioning and stuff.
You have my attention.
The plot is or the synopsis, not the plot. the setting, the premise. There we go. That's the word I was looking for. Is that it's a world inhabited by fairies, like not quite the fae. They're essentially, well, for the most part, they're people.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they can be people. They can be like more traditional fairies. They can be like animals. There's a few robots, but it's just like this generalization of creatures called fairies that are bound to these mystical weapons called furies. And a long, long time ago, the goddess and the vile god fought each other in this lengthy war that ended when they both managed to seal each other away at the same time.
Forever.
Forever, asterisk. Because it turns out that if you collect enough furies, you can theoretically unseal the goddess herself, and she will grant your wish. Thus, the golden age of pirates. Wait, no.
Oh my... Stop! I've heard this one before.
But it does inspire a bunch of people to try venturing into dangerous parts of the world and collecting the Furies, which, when these people are called fencers.
Fairy Fencer F.
Yep. But it's a very solid RPG. Got some cool mechanics. And actual, like, great cast.
I'll have to check that out, because, like, I have definite mixed opinions about Crystal Project. Like, I complain about a game that I still consider top 5 tier, and I am very serious about that. But, like, yeah, I love that game, but, like, I paid $14 for it and got 58 hours in my, like, main start to bad, well, not bad end, but any percent. My any percent was like 58 hours. My first casual playthrough, and I can't knock that. Like, you know, $14 for 60 hours, you don't get that out of AAA anymore, and that's actually a really good roundabout way of the point I was trying to make. I'm kind of done gambling on safe $60 games that are just safe and probably going to be, yeah, that was good, and just like soft smile, and then like beyond my, wow, you survived that. I used rap instead of fight. The wild snake was a lot smarter. But like, you know, I don't want to gamble on a $60 release to come out. Like, I don't want to pay $60 for something that, yeah, that was okay. You know, if I'm paying 60 or even upwards $70, $80, because graphics keep you know, going up, like, you know, I'm gonna keep paying this much money for something that was okay. I don't know. That just doesn't sound like my kind of deal.
What else do I have in my RPG category on Steam? Oh yeah, I need to play more of this, or just replay through this. So there's it's a game called Lost Dimension.
I think I've heard the title before. I don't know anything about it though.
So the whole thing is that a tower popped up in the middle of Tokyo. And and a bunch of people suddenly got psychic powers when this tower showed up, and so the tower pops up, and this dude, calling himself the End,
oh my god,
has appeared, and he's basically saying, hey, if you guys don't come and fight me, I'm gonna blow up the planet. So,
sell.
Kind of. But so the whole deal with it is that it's a team of, I think, 8 psychers who have to ascend the floor, or ascend the tower. But the only way to get up is that every so many floors, like every like after every section of the tower, there's a checkpoint that you have to sacrifice a member of your party to continue. But here's the twist: one of your party members is a traitor.
So,
Each floor.
Persona, but Among Us.
Kind
Persona
of, not
3,
really.
but Among Us.
I don't really know that much about the plot of Persona 3.
I mean, it was a big tower.
Oh, kind of, yeah. But yeah, it's an interesting premise because they only remember that they're the like each floor there's a new traitor, and they don't remember that they're the traitor until that floor, and then you have to figure out who the traitor is, and then you can choose to sacrifice them. You don't have to. But the actual gameplay is that it is just a full-on tactical RPG.
Final Fantasy Tactics meets Persona 3 meets Among Us. Coming soon, 2020-2020.
And there's some pretty interesting skills because all 8 playable characters are styled very differently in what they do and how they work. For example, there is a lady that she's a sniper, and one of her earlier upgrades allows her to ignore terrain, any sort of terrain level when moving. So you can actually just decide to put her up in a hard-to-reach spot by enemies, and that's pretty cool. It's actually an interesting game that I need to finish.
Send that one to me as well, because I legitimately will forget if you don't.
It was originally a PS Vita game. Oh, it's more than 8, my bad. It's 10 party members. Yeah, that makes sense because it's deployable. There's the max deployable is 6, and then you have to sacrifice 4. That one's a little bit more expensive. It's $25.
That's not too bad.
Fairy Fencer is 20.
Still, like that's kind of the point I'm getting at. Like, I would rather take a gamble on like a $20 or $25 game than a $50 or $60 game.
Yeah.
Because like for $20, if it sucked, you know, that kind of sucks. I lost $20. But if a AAA game is mediocre, I feel like I'd rather pay $20 for something that outright sucks than 50 or 60 or 70 for something that was okay. Like, I don't know, there's a little bit more enjoyment out of bashing a game that is just outright bad than there is for like playing something marketable and safe and okay. Like, you know, I'd something memorable rather. It's like movies. I'd rather have something bad and memorable than something mediocre that I walk out of the theater and I've already forgotten it.
Exactly.